It is my pleasure to welcome you here today to the Montgomery Police Department promotional ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the presentation of the colors, the singing of the national anthem, and remain standing for the invocation.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streamed. In the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
To Mayor Reed, Chief Albert, distinguished officials, families, friends, and these 2022 promotional recipients, let us go before our God in prayer. Eternal God, it is unto you that we give praise and glory simply for who you are. You are the God called by many names and called throughout this season to these promotional recipients, to be their guide when they needed direction, their strength when they wanted to give up, their power when faced with adversity, and even their joy in the midst of their sorrow. Today, O God, we celebrate with each of them, their families, and those that have helped them reach this tremendous milestone and achievement that they have allowed to happen, that you've allowed us to witness, and that they have now been allowed to take part. May they walk and continue to walk proudly in the excellence of this uniform, upholding the commitment, the integrity, the responsibility entrusted to them as a member of our law enforcement community. As they come now to celebrate their promotion from one significant rank to another, remind them that they must ever be learners, growing and achieving a level of excellence that they have been positioned to obtain. God, the same as you have held them thus far, continue to hold them today and in the days and years to come, as we know that this is just the beginning of the greatness you have purposed and ordained for their lives. To serve and protect they've been called. Serving and protecting is what they shall continue to do. Grace and power be unto them. Grace and power be unto us all. Amen.
Chief Albert, Mayor Reed, will you please come forward to the center to present certificates for promotions? To Police Major, Major Saba A. Coleman. To Police Captain, Captain Charles R. Cochran. Captain Jarrett L. Williams. We would like to acknowledge that we have 2 officers being promoted to the rank of lieutenant. However, due to an unforeseeable circumstance, neither were able to be here today. However, Lieutenant Christopher T. Turner and also Lieutenant Marcus K. Webster to the rank of lieutenant. To Police Sergeant, Sergeant James K. Bogard. Sergeant John R. Cullen. Sergeant Ebony L. Daly. Sergeant Charles D. Fuller III. Sergeant Antonio Goins. Sergeant Jeremy D. Harrison. Sergeant Patricia A. Hill. Sergeant Robert F. Hubbard. Sergeant Tina L. McGriff. Sergeant Adam C. Patterson. I want to acknowledge that Sergeant Patterson is actively involved in an investigation as we speak and couldn't be here, but we acknowledge newly promoted Sergeant Adam C. Patterson. To Police Corporal, Corporal Quintaris J. Brooks. Corporal Cody R. Fabian. Corporal Chase H. Forrest. Corporal Deontay D. Hobbs. Corporal Shemaiah A. Jackson. Corporal Tyler R. Kuhn. Corporal Matthew L. Manor. Corporal Stephen C. McAlpin. Corporal Mitchell A. Norris. Corporal Emmanuel S. Pinkett. Corporal Pinkett is currently deployed, serving our nation's military, but we wanted to acknowledge, could not be here obviously, but we wanted to acknowledge newly promoted Corporal Emmanuel S. Pinkett. Corporal Sequoia C. Ruiz. Corporal Eric M. Skipper. Corporal Eugenia L. Thomas. Corporal Sarna L. Trapp. Let me correct myself. Corporal Sarnay L. Trapp. Corporal Carlos L. Webster. Corporal Africa T. Usen. Judge Love is here, so we'll move back to the beginning of this ceremony. Newly appointed Chief of Operations, Denise R. Barnes, and newly appointed Chief of Investigations, John W. Hall, will take their oath of office.
Both please raise your right hand. Say aye. Please state your name. In the city of Montgomery, state of Alabama. Do solemnly swear that I possess all the qualifications prescribed for the office of Deputy Chief.
That I have all the
Qualifications
qualifications for the office of Deputy Chief
of the Montgomery Police Department,
of the Montgomery Police Department,
upon which I am about to enter,
on which I am about to enter,
as prescribed by the charter and ordinances
as prescribed by the charter and ordinances
of the city of Montgomery.
of the city of Montgomery,
That I will support the Constitution of the United States and the state of Alabama,
and I will support the Constitution of the United States and the state of Alabama,
the charter and ordinances of said city,
the charter and ordinances of said city,
and that I will faithfully demean myself in office, so help me God.
and will faithfully demean myself in office, so help me God.
Congratulations.
Good morning. Good morning to the MPD family, their families, friends, colleagues. Good morning, Mayor Reed and members of the City Council, Fire Chief Jordan, Sheriff Cunningham, and all other city officials who are here in support. Chief Baylor, I see you out there. Thanks for being here, always supporting MPD. Aaliyah and the U.S. Marshals, thanks for your continued support. This is a good day. Actually, it's a great day. I would like to say thank you to Mayor Reed and his administration for his commitment to public safety and continued support of the Montgomery Police Department. Today's long-awaited promotions are highly appreciated and long overdue. You see, it's been a couple years since promotions were awarded. Several weeks ago, I approached Mayor Reed about promotions. I informed him of these individuals standing before you had not only tested and ranked accordingly on the promotional roster, but they demonstrated their commitment to the citizens of Montgomery. They performed well in their duties and remained discipline-free and naturally assumed roles to make Montgomery safer. I sat with my executive team and discussed each individual here, their strengths and their weaknesses. We discussed if they were deserving of said promotions, and we discussed if they had what it takes to move the agency forward. You see, moving the agency forward moves the city of Montgomery forward. In the end, we agreed that these individuals were, in fact, worth investing in. So now, we invest in you. To the families and close friends, thank you for sharing your loved ones with us, understanding, being patient, supporting, and being a voice of calm on long, stressful days. To the promotees, I am very proud of each and every one of you, and thank you for what you do on a daily basis. Picture this: without you, there are no high school football games, no downtown concerts, no biscuits games, no park barbecues, no state fair, no free advice, no crime prevention, and no law and order. What you do matters. So again, I am proud of each and every one of you. I congratulate you and look forward to a positive, bright, new beginning. Thank you.
I want to congratulate each and every one of you. I certainly want to thank all of the friends and family who have come out to support each of you during this time. As we know, anytime you achieve something, you don't do it by yourself. It comes from the Most High God above, and certainly comes from those that are here with us along this track. I want to echo Chief Albert's comments about what you all have done, and just speak very briefly about why we're celebrating you today because of your accomplishment. It's one that is worthwhile, and it's one that does not come easy. For all of the men and women, both current and former Montgomery Police Department, you know how this works. It's something that doesn't just come because you wish for it to happen or you hope for it to happen. It comes because you work hard, and it comes because those that you report to see the impact of your work. But most importantly, you answer the call to put others before yourself, a call to protect and serve this community. And not only that, but you have excelled and proven to be a true leader in this organization. And so we're excited to see where this journey will take you. The Montgomery Police Department, like our city itself, has a long historic legacy. It's an organization that has grown, and it's one that is dedicated to duty. It's an organization led by officers who understand that we answer the needs to everyone in our community, regardless of the time, regardless of the place, regardless of the circumstance. Tough on crime and kind on the community. That's what Chief Albert has said since he first got here. Under his leadership, Montgomery Police Department joins organizations across the country in reimagining police operations, truly taking on 21st century policing. You're ensuring a more equitable and efficient approach to public safety, and you're doing it the right way. At the same time, this hard work has led to a 20% decrease in overall crime and one of the best closure rates in the nation. These accomplishments are not lost on me, nor are they lost on our administration and those in the community. We try to tout your work every chance we get. As you continue your leadership journey, we want you to continue to contribute to this organization. Continue to grow and continue to find ways that you can better yourself. Because I want to say that as a leader, there are always ways that I'm looking to improve in terms of what I do. We should all look in that respect to do an internal assessment as well as benchmark to see how we can be better, not only in our current station, but where we may aspire to be next. And that means making sure that we're honest with ourselves and we're honest with what we're doing and how we're doing it to make sure that we motivate others. So thank you for being here today. Thank you for doing the work and making the sacrifices. We owe you a great deal. This career has never been easy because you're on the front lines of things that are challenging. Usually people don't call the police department when everything is sunny and blue skies outside. There's usually something wrong. Not everyone is made to answer that call. Not everyone can be trained to answer that call. Certainly in today's environment where everything is videotaped, second-guessed, and overanalyzed to determine how you might respond. And so we congratulate you on what you have done and what you continue to do. You have started early and you have worked late. You've missed holidays and vacations. You've missed time with friends and family. You've been called during time off, in the middle of the night. You've been asked to work overtime when you had something else planned. You and your family and friends have had to make sacrifices. But through it all, you have persevered and proven to be someone we can all count on, or else you wouldn't be here today. And since you have our back, we'll always have yours. And my administration will support you in these endeavors in every way that we can move forward. So I want to say to you, congratulations. Thank you again for the dedication. Thank you again for the determination and the discipline that it takes to achieve the success that you have gotten here today. And we know it doesn't stop here. We know they're future chiefs. We know they're future captains. We know they're future FBI, marshals, maybe even mayors in this class. Because out of leadership, there is no one track that you have to stay on. Leadership opens up those opportunities. Performance and preparation opens up those opportunities. So wherever this may take you, we're glad that you are doing the work here for the Montgomery Police Department. Because what you do here not only impacts this city, it impacts the region, it impacts the state. And so for you, I say thank you, and to the family and friends who have joined in on this sacrifice, who have been a part of this journey, thank you as well, and may God bless.
I didn't want to be remiss. I did mention the U.S. Marshals, Aaliyah, and several of our partners that's here with us. I just want to say thank you to each and every one of our partners that's been here day one supporting the mission of the MPD, so thank you very much. So this is a ceremonial piece, you know, that we actually had the promotions. They went in effect at 12:01 a.m. Friday past. And at 12:01 a.m. Friday past, I sent an email out to department-wide and just congratulating the individuals you see right over here to my left and to your right. Just congratulating them and letting them know how proud I am of each and every one of them. And really what that does is for the rest of the department, those who have not yet attained that status or that rank, to just understand that there's opportunity. There's opportunity here. Look, I wasn't always a police chief. I started at the bottom and I worked my way up. And if you work hard, that will be you one day soon. So without further ado, I'd like to invite up the two new promoted deputy chiefs, as well as Major Coleman. One of the things that they're going to get used to is speaking and saying hello to people and giving their remarks. So this is their time to give you some remarks and give you some feedback. So come on up, Chief Barnes, Chief Hall, Major Coleman, come on up. This is your time. Everyone's waiting to hear from you. You have 15 minutes each. No, I'm just kidding. 3 minutes each. And so come on up and say a few words, and thank you again.
Well, I'm going to start off by saying congratulations to everyone standing over there. I was looking over that crowd today, and I see a lot of officers that I recognize coming into the department back when I was a sergeant and lieutenant. So congratulations. I know you've worked hard to get to that position. Look forward to working with all the new promotees as well as everyone else to continue the mission we have going forward. I'm humbled to be in this position. This has been a real eye-opener for last week. During the last week, the other chiefs have been gone. And that was a real eye-opener to everything that goes on behind the scenes, in front of the scenes that you don't know about. So it's really humbling. I'm very grateful for the officers that were here. When I stepped forward this week, they all stepped forward as well. And that was very nice to have from that. And I look forward to continue that kind of relationship with the officers and continue to build what we've already started working towards on the new stuff with these realignments and all that we got going on in the department.
I'm just grateful and the opportunity to be Chief of Operations, and it is an honor, and I would like to thank Chief Albert and Mayor Steve Reed again for this opportunity. And as I said, when we were first appointed a couple months ago, that this assignment has not become because of any great acts that I've done. This opportunity has been awarded to me because of my faith and my desire to compassionately serve his people. In this position, I will continue to work diligently each day to provide every resource available to the uniformed men and women of Montgomery Police Department. I believe that support from strong leadership will encourage officers and enable them to perform at optimum levels for the citizens of Montgomery and their safety. After more than 20 years in this police service with the Montgomery Police Department, this is not an introduction, but a hello again. It is also an opportunity to bond and build partnerships with the members of the community. I look forward to working with some of you new faces and reconnecting with some of the familiar ones. And once again, thank you for the opportunity, and I will continue to serve the city of Montgomery with all that I have and with my faith in God.
Hello. First, I want to thank God for his favor. Secondly, thank you to my family for their love, understanding, and support throughout my entire career. Thirdly, thank you, Chief Darrell J. Albert and Honorable Mayor Stephen L. Reed for this new assignment. I began my law enforcement career almost 22 years ago, and I have been blessed with many great assignments. I've been fortunate to have some great mentors who have challenged me to be the best at my full potential. I'm sure some who's been here as long as I have can agree that much has changed in law enforcement over the years. However, one thing remains the same: our commitment to serving the people. My fellow promotees, continue on your purpose-driven career. Conduct yourselves with honor, be kind yet fair, and stay safe. Congratulations. May we have Captain Cochran and Captain Williams come forward, please.
They covered a lot of what I'm about to talk about, but I still feel that it's important and noteworthy, and today's the appropriate time to talk about it. So a few of the same things in an echoed format. First of all, today is a good day. It's a day for celebration, it certainly is. And I'm proud to be here, but humbled at the same time. This whole week leading up to this, when the chief told me that I would probably be speaking a few words, I wasn't sure what I was going to speak of, but the first thing that came to my mind was family, my family. In order to be where I am today, my wife and my kids, they are the driving force. They deserve most, if not all, the credit. I just come to work every day, do what I feel is right, try to give a good, honest day's work, and they do the extra. I don't bear the burden alone, they do. Been on night shift most of my career, specialty team call-outs most of my career. They adjust their schedule accordingly. And for my kids, somehow, I still can't figure out how they can be so understanding to see their father leave every night to go serve other families and other kids. Also, my in-laws, my family, stepping up to augment childcare and help my wife in my absence because it's so often. They deserve all the credit. So I thank you. I also thank the other families, because without these guys and them having that same level of support at home, I can't do my job effectively without them. Just like the chief and all of our leaders and city leaders can't do their job without us. So, to my colleagues, I know law enforcement is not easy, it has never been, and it's been increasingly more challenging throughout the years. And a lot of guys and gals have jumped ship or gone to smaller departments with hopes to ease their stress level. We're still here. We also tested for promotion, asking for more responsibility, more demands, more challenges, and we accept that, and I'm proud of y'all. With that being said, to find that motivation to continue to move forward when things are challenging, daunting tasks, and it's overwhelming at times, I've found that we have to ask why. What is my why? What is your why that drives you to do this every day? It started off as, and you hear people say it's the man and woman next to you, right? The military is the same way. That's part of it. Mine's multi-layered now. It's evolved as I've matured in my career. Now, it's people. It's not the police department. It's not. It's the people that make up the police department. We are trained to empathize with the public, and that's the only way we can adequately serve them with sincerity. We got to do the same thing for each other. The only way you can empathize with people is by looking at them as people, not an entity, not an organization or an agency or a municipality. So now my why is people in general, the people of the department, the people of the city. When I look at the people, it's easier to break that down and really truly empathize them, enabling me to better serve them. So also with responsibility and new rank needs to be issued, I wish it was standard issued, with humility. That's something that we need to, as we move up, learn to exercise more so to each other, just like we do the citizens. Treat each other with respect and dignity, support one another, love one another, lift each other up. Ask yourself why, be truthful with the answer, and I think if we do that correctly, we could continue to prove ourselves an asset to one another, to the team, and to the city. Thank you.
Well, those are truly tough acts to follow, so I'll do my best. But first and foremost, I want to thank my family, my mom and my dad, friends, my wife, my kids, all here to support me. And that's what I want to talk about is support. Just this weekend, they're driving down from Kentucky. They asked, can we go meet in Birmingham? We want to go to one of our favorite restaurants. Sorry, I can't, I'm on call. Just yesterday, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, it's a holiday, get a call. I have to come in. The ones truly making the sacrifice are our families. Each and every one of you, your families sacrifice every time you get that call that you got to come in when you're off duty. I know Mayor Reed mentioned it, but it's true. It's something that as family members, you truly do bear the brunt of what happens when we get called in. I come home about 8:30 yesterday. They're laughing, smiling, playing games in the kitchen. It made me feel good because they understand that I had a job to do and I had somewhere else I had to be, and it wasn't with them at that time. So I think it's really important as we move forward that we understand that we have an obligation not only to the city of Montgomery, but to our families to make that time to be with them when we're able to be, and that we continue to grow as leaders, and that we groom the next in line to follow our footsteps. Brings me my next thing, relationships. Relationships we build with other organizations. They showed up today, the fire department, ALEA, the state, federal partners. They're all here to support us because we support them each and every day. Continue to build those relationships. They do matter. Each and every one of you means something to me. You call me in the middle of the night, I answer the phone. Sometimes I get a look, but I answer the phone because we care about what we do. We care about making a difference. We care about making somebody's life better. And I think it's important as we continue to move up a rank that we never forget that. I work for the Montgomery Police Department. They're who signs my paycheck, but I work for each and every one of you and each and every one of you, and I'll continue to do that in my new right. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving the newly promoted officers one more well-earned round of applause. This concludes the promotion ceremony. Pastor Quentin Bird, will you please come forward and close the ceremony with prayer? Also, newly promoted officers, per Chief Albert, stay tuned for a picture right afterwards.
Congratulations to all of you once again. Let us stand now as we look to God in our closing prayer. Eternal and everlasting God, we thank you for the optimism of our future, a future that continues to be bright with supporting hands of these law enforcement professionals. God, we come now and pray that as they fight against one thing, that they would fight for another. As they fight against what is wrong, push them to fight for what is right. As they fight against the injustice that may be committed by some, cause them to fight for the justice that's deserving of all. Empower them now to fight on to help bring about equality for what and who they serve. Fight on against the marginalization of those who are considered less than. Fight on to forge community partnerships that will be a beacon and a model for others to see. Fight on in giving to others more graciously than others have given to them. Fight on to be the change makers this city and police force has positioned them to be. God, we are reminded of your words to the prophet Jeremiah that I believe are important to even share now, that you know the plans you have for us, plans to prosper and not harm, plans to give us a hope and a future. And so now grant these promotional recipients your peace and a successful journey for the road ahead. Let them stand on the faith that can slay giants and walk on water as they commit to being tough on crime and kind on community. Let them stand in their churches, their synagogues, their temples, and even their mosques, wherever they worship and call you by name, to hear the truth of your word and receive the power of your love. As they say goodbye to former ranks and positions of their yesterday, let them stand boldly in the roles of their today, with the confidence in looking forward, with hope and anticipation to the greatness of their tomorrow.